now, let's start our first piece of pie, prepare speech. And our first speaker is Avi. Avi is currently serving the VP of Public Relations of this club. His speech is full of vitality and surprises. Not long ago, he won 100% of votes as the best speaker at this club. It's fantastic. Avi loves to meet people and discuss ideas. He's a seasoned professional with strong technical background, now into project management. And Avi is working on the dynamic leadership pathway. Today, he would kick off 3 things. First, meeting the first speech of the day and the year. Secondly, his first pathway level 3 speech. And third, an experimental speech which is not a generic project management topic. And taking new chances is his 2020 resolution. And this is his attempt to see if he can deliver a non-PMO speech. And now please help me welcome Avi in presenting his today's speech, Coffee on the Rock at the Bottom.
December 24th, 2018, right here in Southwest Freeway, a guy wearing a suit, carrying a laptop, morning 7 a.m., walks into Starbucks as if he's ready for work. Now, as he's walking up to the counter, he orders, "Hey, give me what you Starbucks people call coffee." And the person on the other side of the counter says, "Excuse me, what?" "Yeah, give me what you Starbucks people call coffee." Looking at the arrogance, the lady on the counter picks up a cup and writes the name douchebag and passes it. Next to him was a lady who walks up and orders her coffee. And this guy, he stands aside and says, "Hey, pretty girl, how you doing?" He's being kind of arrogant here. The lady looks at him, smiles, and says, "Taking one day at a time." Now remember, this is Christmas time. He, all of a sudden, went silent. He looks at her eyes, and all of a sudden he realizes there is a big disconnect between the eyes and the smile. Even though she was smiling, the eyes were watery, and it was red. Something was going on. She picks her coffee and starts walking towards the corner table by the window. The guy follows her using his eyes. The Starbucks cafe right there, it becomes mute to him. No more music, no more vending machine sound. It was completely silent for him. Something was going on here. The girl, she was sad. The guy, all of a sudden he was arrogant. Let's try to figure out what happened. Let's go back 6 months. The girl, Michelle, she's from Minnesota, Minneapolis. She has a beautiful life, very pretty. She is recently engaged to the fiance. They bought a new house. She has a brilliant job. She has a puppy. All she knows, like when she wakes up in the morning, she picks up a coffee and waits how the day is going to treat her. That's a picture-perfect life that anybody wants. But test of time hits everybody. One fine morning, she wakes up, she gets a call that is a bad news about the fiance. Her life changes 180. The picture-perfect life now became kind of a nightmare for her. She went into depression mode, she lost her job, and because of that, she lost the house. Everything was really bad. It was hard to keep up with the vitality in these situations. Finally, she decides she wants to move away, start a brand new life. She figured out her aunt lives in Houston, so she thought, okay, maybe I can start something new in a new city, a new life, a new day. So on 23rd of December, she figures out that, okay, I'm gonna go and start my new life. As she lands in Houston, she says, this is the place. This is where I want to start. Now the guy, Los Angeles, California. Now let me tell you something about Los Angeles, California. West Coast party never stops. When somebody says that, it's true. This guy, he works in Lockheed Martin as an aeronautical engineer. He works hard, he plays harder. The night he closes with like getting drunk, and then people used to carry him to his house. Test of time hits him also. One morning he gets a call from his boss, hey, get to the office. He gets into the office and this is what the boss says. Hey, I see you now. I have some news for you. You are doing great. You are the actual person whom we want to go to Houston, start working with NASA in a prototyping project, come back after 3 years, get out. He is like, I'm sorry, what? Yeah, you have like 2 days, just pack up everything, get out. He's like, how can you say that? I just started a new house, I got a new car, I just recently got engaged to the person, I don't even remember her name, but it's true. The boss says, you have 2 options. Here's your ticket. Pick it up or drop your resignation letter. He angrily picks up the ticket and plans everything. In 6 months, sells everything in California, and on 23rd of December, lands in Houston here. He was furious. God, what are you doing with me? I don't deserve all these things. Sometimes you don't know how chips fall in place and you meet people. Now let's get back to the current date, 24th of December, in that same Starbucks. Same window seat, the guy, the girl, the guy is trying to find out what is going on. He can't help, he can't ask any question. So what? What can I do? All he does is walk up to her and says, everything will be all right. That's it. He walks out of the door and that's it. Never knew the name. Never asked who she was. Never even bothered to ask what was her problem. Never saw her again whether to see if the problem was ever resolved. That's it. Now sometimes in life, we wake up in the morning, we start driving our car, we get stuck into the traffic, but the boss hates us, the co-worker hates us, we get a call from school saying the kids are acting up, we go home, we see a list of bills that we cannot pay anymore. We just sit on the bed or on the couch, look up and say, hey God, like why me? Why everything is coming on to me? Is there anyone outside who has all this problem? Are there anyone else who has this problem? Yes, there are people there who has this problem. There are people out there who has all of this. There are people out there who lost all of this. There are people right now out there who are trying to start something, a brand new life, a brand new day. You know what that place is called? It's called rock bottom. And you know who never comes out of a rock bottom? The dead. So next time, if you ever hit your rock bottom, just ask yourself, am I dead? If the answer is no, you're sure gonna come up from it. Thank you, everybody.